Welcome to the channel. Today we are answering the question, why me? And the answer may surprise you. We're going to talk about the intertwined dance, a complex interaction between codependency and narcissism. Two intricate personality dynamics that often find themselves locked in a strange yet compelling dance. You are most likely the codependent, as most victims are, and they are the abusive narcissist. Like opposite poles of a magnet, you both attract and repel, creating a relationship marked by intensity and total dysfunction. Understanding your two personalities and your interplay is crucial to breaking free from the toxic tango. Codependency is a behavioral condition that makes it difficult for people to have healthy relationships. Codependency seems like a nice or kind way to be, but it is actually extreme, and it can be completely self-destructive. Imagine a tree that gives all its fruits away, leaving nothing for itself. That's what codependents do. They focus on others' needs, neglecting their own. This is how the narcissist's victims get the feeling of having nothing left to give. Because we neglect ourselves to the extreme in order to fulfill their needs instead of our own. The codependent craves external validation, finding their worth in pleasing others. On the other hand, narcissism is characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance. Picture a person obsessed with their reflection, constantly seeking admiration and praise. Narcissists lack empathy, prioritizing their needs above everyone else's, even their own children. They manipulate and exploit those who allow it in order to feed their insatiable ego. These two personalities, seemingly at odds, are actually drawn to each other in a complex web of emotional needs and vulnerabilities. The codependent, with their inherent desire to please, becomes the perfect target for the narcissist's manipulative tactics. In our exploration of codependency and asking the question, why me? The answer is often likened to the giving tree. We find that codependents are like chameleons, adapting to the wants and needs of others to gain approval and love. Codependents have low self-esteem, and they also seek validation externally, often neglecting their own needs and desires in the process. This makes codependents, most likely you, perfect targets for narcissists who crave admiration and control. Driven by a deep-seated need to please, codependents prioritize the happiness of others above their own. They take on the role of caretakers, fixers, and rescuers, often enabling the narcissist's irresponsible behavior. This dynamic creates an unhealthy power imbalance, where the codependent feels responsible for the narcissist's well-being. Codependents often have difficulty setting boundaries. They struggle to say no, fearing rejection or conflict. This lack of boundaries allows narcissists to take advantage of their kindness and generosity, further solidifying the unhealthy dynamic. The codependent's fear of abandonment fuels their need to please, creating a vicious cycle of dependence. Moving on to narcissism, often depicted as the mirror mirror, we see that narcissists are masters of illusion, projecting an image of confidence and charm to mask their deep-seated insecurities. They crave constant attention and admiration, using others as tools to fuel their inflated ego. Their lack of empathy makes them blind to the emotional needs of their partners, often leaving codependents feeling used and depleted. Narcissists are skilled manipulators, using guilt, shame, and emotional blackmail to control their partners. They exploit the codependent's vulnerabilities, playing on their fear of abandonment to maintain control. This manipulation can be subtle, often disguised as love and concern, making it difficult for the codependent to recognize the abuse. The narcissist's need for control extends to all aspects of the relationship. They dictate the terms of engagement, often isolating the codependent from their support system. This isolation makes the codependent more reliant on the narcissist, further cementing their control. In the final act of our narrative, The Invisible Strings, we observe the relationship between a codependent and a narcissist as a puppet show. The narcissist pulls the strings, controlling the codependent's every move. The codependent, blinded by their desire to please, dances to the narcissist's tune, unaware of the manipulation. The narcissist uses charm and flattery to lure the codependent into their web. They shower them with attention and praise, creating a sense of importance and belonging. This love-bombing phase is intoxicating, making the codependent feel valued and cherished. However, this initial charm is a facade, a carefully crafted performance designed to gain control. Once the narcissist feels secure in the relationship, the mask starts to slip. The criticism, manipulation, and emotional abuse begin, leaving the codependent confused and heartbroken. The cycle of pain. The codependent, trapped in the narcissist's web, enters a cycle of pain and despair. Their self-esteem erodes as they absorb the narcissist's constant criticism. They blame themselves for the relationship's problems, believing they are not good enough. The narcissist, skilled in emotional manipulation, uses guilt and shame to keep the codependent in line. They gaslight the codependent, making them question their own sanity. This constant emotional turmoil leaves the codependent feeling drained and hopeless. Despite the pain, the codependent clings to the hope of change. They believe that if they try harder, love more, and give more, they can fix the narcissist and salvage the relationship. This belief keeps them trapped in the cycle of abuse. The cost of the dance. The dance between codependency and narcissism comes at a steep price. The codependent sacrifices their mental, emotional, and sometimes physical health to sustain the relationship. Their identity becomes entangled with the needs of the narcissist, leaving them feeling lost and empty. The constant emotional turmoil takes a toll on the codependent's mental health. They may experience anxiety, depression, and even post-traumatic stress disorder. The stress of the relationship can manifest physically, leading to sleep disturbances, digestive issues, and weakened immunity. The codependent's relationships with friends and family suffer as they become increasingly isolated. The narcissist, threatened by any external influence, often drives a wedge between the codependent and their support system. This isolation further weakens the codependent's sense of self and increases their dependence on the narcissist. Breaking free steps towards healing. Breaking free from the codependent narcissist dance requires courage, self-awareness, and a strong support system. The first step is acknowledging the unhealthy dynamics at play and accepting that the narcissist is unlikely to change. Seeking professional help is crucial for understanding codependency and developing healthy coping mechanisms. Therapy provides a safe space to explore underlying emotional wounds and develop strategies for setting boundaries and prioritizing self-care. Building a strong support network is essential for breaking free from the narcissist's control. Connecting with friends, family, or support groups provides a sense of belonging and validation outside the toxic relationship. Our last section, a new rhythm. The dance between codependency and narcissism is a complex and incredibly destructive one. Recognizing the unhealthy dynamics at play in your relationship is the first step toward breaking free. Recognizing that you have a very large part of driving this toxic dynamic can help you to start to address those codependent parts of you that so desperately need to find validation in other, healthier ways. Narcissists do not likely change, and they won't go away on their own. But you can change. As long as you continue to dance with them, they will stay. You must be the one who takes the initiative to dance to a new rhythm. By understanding the motivations and behaviors of both personalities, you can begin to heal and build healthier relationships. Breaking free from this toxic tango requires courage, self-awareness, and a commitment to self-care. Seeking help from therapists, personal research, self-help media, and building a strong support system are crucial for navigating your healing process. Remember, you deserve a relationship where your needs are valued and respected. It's time to step off the dance floor and embrace a new rhythm, one that celebrates your individuality and empowers you to live a life free from manipulation and control, a life that is in balance. Let go of the invisible strings and create a future filled with healthy, fulfilling relationships. If you found this video helpful, or you think it could help someone you know and love, like, comment, share and subscribe so you can be notified when more videos are waiting for you. Let's spread the word and help prevent the spread of narcissistic abuse. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care of yourself and each other.